Make your selection now.
In 1991, we get a game called Action 52 that released on the NES. And, well, it's quite notorious actually. From unfinished games, broken games, and games that won't even boot, this pathetic excuse for a game collection cost $200! Included with the other 51 reasons to throw yourself out of an open window, most of which don't work anyway, is the headlining game of the collection, Cheetahmen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Upon choosing Cheetahmen out of the menu, you get shown the game's amazing plot. The story follows a guy called the Action Game Master who is playing video games until one day a mechanical arm dragged him into the TV by his cock. And then he's faced with the Cheetahmen. The Cheetahmen warn him of many dangers but say, "Oh, we're gonna protect you." It concludes, but not before capping off with some absolute Shakespeare. The Cheetamen ran off. And now, the Cheetamen. Oh yeah, this Action Game Master that they made a fuss about doesn't appear after this point. So, you know, they just forgot about him, I guess. We're immediately thrown into gameplay, where we take control as the character called Ares. He uses black-looking adult toys. God, this game just writes all the horny stuff itself. Gameplay is going to consist of you mostly pressing the D-pad forward by ever so slight amounts, because if you just run forward without a care in the world, then you're going to get blindsided by the amount of enemies that fall onto screen, such as Abomination B and Worst Nightmares and ugh. Your character is way too close to the right hand side of the screen that you'll just get blindsided by anything that does fly your way. You only have 4 hits and you're dead. So, you know, but it might as well be 1 hit considering how quickly you're going to get absolutely flatlined by all these enemies just popping up out of nowhere. Hitboxes can be a completely different kettle of fish. And overall, fighting enemies is just completely clunky and feels almost unresponsive. Oh, come on! I was just spamming the attack! No checkpoints too, so your ass gets thrown straight back to the beginning of the level if you die. Cool. Great game design. After the game relents and just abruptly throws you into the second level, you are greeted with more of this game's amazing polish. And Saddam Hussein, apparently. Second verse, same as the first. You make your way to the end of the level whilst trying to avoid all the enemies that just pop out of nowhere. Same problem as before, you're too close to the edge of the screen, so you're going to get blindsided most of the time. But, you know, it's if there's one thing I can give this game, it's consistency. Consistently shit. After the second suffering, you come across the first boss, and all he does is jump up and down, left to right. That's all this boss does. The only challenge is just the inconsistent hitboxes. The next level's more of the same, except you're playing as Hercules, the largest of the Cheetahmen apparently. And it shows because for some reason his sprite isn't scaled correctly, so you're just gonna get hit by everything if you try and fight. Well, I get he is the largest and the strongest, but you know what? It makes for pretty bad game design. Just saying. Not like the hitboxes would have been accurate anyway, but you know. After you've endured more of this pitiful level of flying past hair combs and more blobbly bits of just, you know, you come across the next level, which is more garbage with more garbage visuals. More stupid enemy placements, because why not? You've got stupid glitches up the ass. And not to mention that the camera, again, is stupid. I can't react to anything. A pitiful boss that you can just cheese by standing on the very left-hand side and just keep punching. When he's dead, you then get on to the next level where you play as Apollo. And he just sucks. He's the worst out of the 3 Cheetahmen. With a crossbow that just won't hit any enemies because they just fly in from stupid angles. You can jump down this pit for fun if you want to earn yourself a 1-up, but once you do, you're kind of trapped in purgatory. It's a bugged out level with bugged out collision, bugged out graphics, and you can't beat it without save states or cheats or something, but I don't have the patience or the time to do that. The developers didn't care. Why should I? Poor graphics, poor gameplay, poor level design, poor story, and what do you get? You get a mess of a game. Coupled with the fact that this game is clearly unfinished, with some of the level design, you can tell it's not been playtested. And like I said, the developers don't care, therefore I've lost the care as well. So yeah, if I had to rate this game anything, to be fair, it would be like a garbage. But yeah, I'll see you later, guys.